From the outside, the Harris family appeared flawless. In Friendswood, Texas, David and Clara Harris were admired as successful professionals with a beautiful home, thriving dental practices, and 3 children. Neighbors saw a polished couple with warm smiles and a picture-perfect life. But beneath that carefully maintained image, their marriage was quietly unraveling, weighed down by secrets, resentment, and a growing tension that could no longer be ignored. David Harris was a respected orthodontist known for his charm and calm demeanor. Patients trusted him, colleagues praised him, and friends viewed him as confident and dependable. Clara, originally from Colombia, was equally driven. Through years of hard work, she built her own dental career and helped establish Space Center Orthodontics alongside David. Together, they achieved financial success and social status, becoming well known in their community. Clara was deeply devoted to her family. She embraced David's daughter from a previous relationship, Lindsay, and was a loving mother to their twin sons. She checked in with David throughout the day, kept photos of him at her workplace, and took pride in creating a warm, organized home. To Clara, marriage meant loyalty and perseverance. She believed their family was worth fighting for and gave everything she had to hold it together. But while Clara clung to the life they built, David was slowly pulling away, setting the stage for a tragedy no one saw coming. The cracks began with subtle changes, longer hours at the office, private phone calls, and distant glances that Clara couldn't understand. But soon, the truth became unavoidable. David had started an affair with Gail Bridges, a receptionist at the dental practice. For months, he hid it, taking secret lunches and arranging meetings at hotels under false pretenses. Claire had no idea at first, completely unaware that the life she had built was being quietly infiltrated by another woman. When Claire discovered the affair, it wasn't just betrayal, it was humiliation. Gail was not just another woman. She was someone who threatened everything Claire had worked for: her family, her marriage, and her sense of security. On July 24, 2002, the situation reached its boiling point. Clara followed David to a hotel in Nassau Bay, where he was meeting Gail. In a moment of rage and desperation, she transformed a symbol of wealth and success, the Mercedes she drove, into a weapon. Clara went directly to the dental office and fired Gail Bridges, making it clear she could never return. But even after taking that step, she tried to save her marriage. She reached out to David, asking questions, seeking answers, desperate to understand how their relationship had deteriorated and what she could do to fix it. What she heard was painful beyond measure. David's complaints were harsh, he said. Clara focused too much on the twins, didn't pay enough attention to him, and no longer attracted him physically. He even compared her to Gail, claiming his mistress was more appealing. The emotional blow was immense, and Clara responded with action. She decided to change herself, not out of vanity, but as an attempt to reclaim her marriage and restore what she feared was lost. She dyed her hair blonde to resemble Gail, joined a gym, scheduled cosmetic surgeries, and even quit her job to focus entirely on her family and marriage. Every choice reflected her deep hurt, her sense of betrayal, and her desperate hope that she could win David back. Her life had become consumed by emotional turmoil. Every day, a struggle to balance love, heartbreak, and the fear of losing everything she had built. But the affair was only one piece of a much larger problem. Months of tension, deception, and emotional strain had pushed Clara to the edge. No matter how much she changed herself, how much effort she invested, David remained distant and unfaithful. The constant stress, humiliation, and heartbreak created a pressure cooker situation that was impossible to sustain indefinitely. Clara's emotional state was fragile, and she was running out of options to repair her marriage. The situation escalated when Clara discovered David had planned a dinner with Gail. She hired a private investigator to confirm her suspicions, only to see them meeting at the Hilton under false names. In that moment, her anger and desperation boiled over. She drove to the hotel, circling the lot multiple times, unsure of how to act. Inside the lobby, with Lindsay present, the confrontation erupted. Clara keyed Gail's car and confronted the staff, escalating the tension. When David arrived with Gail, the situation intensified. Screaming, punches, and torn clothing marked the culmination of months of betrayal and emotional strain. Witnesses later described the chaos. Clara's rage was palpable. David tried to intervene, pushing her to the floor and escorting Gail out of the hotel. To onlookers, it was clear Clara had reached her breaking point. Normally composed and controlled, she was now acting out of months of pent-up anger, hurt, and humiliation. Every attempt to save her marriage, every personal sacrifice had failed. After the lobby altercation, Clara and Lindsay got into the Mercedes. Seeing David near Gail's car, Clara made a decision that would change everything. She drove at him, striking him multiple times and sending him over 25 feet. Despite Lindsay's pleas, Clara continued, finally stumbling out of the car, cradling David, repeating, "I love you, I'm so sorry." But it was too late. David did not survive. Clara was arrested, claiming she had intended to hit Gail. Investigators and witnesses, however, confirmed her actions were deliberate and erratic, showing a calculated yet emotionally charged choice. The story captivated the nation. The violent public nature of the attack, the presence of her 17-year-old stepdaughter witnessing the event, and the prominence of the family made it impossible to ignore. Betrayal, rage, and scandal collided in a way that fascinated and horrified the public. The trial began in February 2003. Prosecutors argued that hiring a private investigator showed premeditation, claiming that running over David multiple times was not a crime of passion, but a deliberate act. Witnesses confirmed Clara had opportunities to calm herself in the car but chose violence instead. The defense argued it was sudden passion, a reaction to months of emotional strain and betrayal. Witnesses painted Clara as a devoted mother and wife, devastated by the affair. She testified about her relentless efforts to save the marriage, dyeing her hair to look like Gail, joining a gym, scheduling cosmetic procedures, quitting her job, cooking meals, and trying to be intimate with David. Despite everything, he continued the affair, breaking promises and driving her to the edge of emotional collapse. She described disbelief, anger, and profound sadness, insisting she did not intend to kill David. But in the eyes of the law, the combination of betrayal and emotional turmoil triggered a temporary loss of control with irreversible consequences. Clara Harris's case became a national obsession. The image of a betrayed wife running over her husband in a parking lot captured the public imagination. Some sympathized with her, seeing a woman driven to extreme measures by heartbreak. Others condemned her as deliberate and brutal. Video footage from private investigators showed her striking David multiple times. Witnesses, including Lindsay, confirmed the lobby confrontation and the erratic driving. Clara was ultimately convicted of murder and sentenced to 20 years behind bars. She served 15 years before being released at the age of 60. The trial exposed a painful narrative filled with betrayal, humiliation, and emotional despair. In a single explosive moment, Clara's successful dental career, family life, and respected social image collapsed completely. Her stepdaughter witnessed the killing, an experience that left profound and lasting psychological damage. The case continues to serve as a stark reminder that emotional pressure and betrayal, when ignored or unresolved, can escalate into devastating violence. Although legal and rational choices were available, once violence occurred, the consequences became permanent and irreversible. The tragedy of Clara Harris is more than a story of murder. It is a story of love, deep devotion, betrayal, and a human mind pushed beyond its breaking point. It demonstrates how carefully constructed lives can fall apart in an instant, and how overwhelming emotional turmoil can overpower logic and restraint. While disturbing, Clara's story stands as a cautionary tale, showing how betrayal, humiliation, and unchecked emotional pain can ripple outward, affecting innocent lives and leaving scars that endure for generations.
What began as betrayal ended in irreversible tragedy, leaving a family shattered and lives forever changed. But this is not the only story where a single moment of rage altered everything. In the next video, we turn to Ohio, where a routine Uber ride ended in gunfire and a driver never made it home.